What I did when I was young with my agency is I'd say, I do the first 2 weeks of content for free. Or I'd come and do your SEO for free while you pay for this. Or I used to charge $200 a month for like social media. And I'm still paying my brother my brother's on my first part-time hires, it's so cute. And like we'd go to this little cafe in Williams Landing and I'd pay him $10 an hour to like do candle posts on social media. And I'd just be there as a boss, like getting him like a little latte or whatever when he was 16 and I was 19 or 20. And like that was the origin, okay? And 6 years later, you know, we both have $1 million plus companies at least, because he's got a bigger company than me, okay? So you're gonna start like that. That's 10K a month. What's up, Albin? Albin said AI. Yes, I love AI, but you can do so much even without marketing. I can talk about AI. AI is another cool. Maybe we can do that in 2 weeks, talk about the ways we're using AI, right? But I just wanted to talk about how we can do it without marketing initially. So once people start paying you because you've proven that you're competent, then you're going to find out which of your first 3 customers was the pattern is. So for example, what I realized when I was 19, when I just started out, I had boutique shops in Footscray. I had restaurants in Williamstown. I had restaurants in Werribee. Lux Afghan Kebab was one of my first clients. I still remember to this day. I had all these different clients. I had politicians and whatever. And I noticed my pattern was restaurants at the time. What's up, Mixie? So like, that was my pattern, right? Looks like your brother was your first employee. Damn straight he was my first employee, I think. No, he would have been. Yeah, he was, before he went Fiverr. My brother was my first employee. Anyway, so my pattern was restaurants. So what I started doing was like, okay, great. I've got in these restaurants. I'm now going to go to other locations. I'm going to drive there and say, I'm going to door knock and say, hey, listen, I work with ABCDEFG restaurant. Do you have 5 minutes? Are you the owner? Okay, fantastic. Can we sit down for 5 minutes? I know you're busy. Okay, great. Look, I just want to show you what we did for this restaurant that has similar cuisines to you. If you like what we're doing, then I'll also do the same thing for you. I'm going to do the first 2 weeks free. Once you like my work, then I will charge you what I'm charging the other restaurant. Right? And that's how I got to my first 5K a month, right? This is like 6-7 years ago. Okay, 6-7, right? So like, that's how you need to do it to get the first 5K. Now, once you have the 5K a month, and this depends on the ticket service that you want. For me, I had to have a ton of clients to get the 5K a month, because I was charging $200, $500 a month, right? What's up, Naomi? I hope you're well. So like, that's what we did. And then once we had 5 or 10 clients in a recurring area, and now I could go to Werribee, Williamstown, Williams Landing, Point Cook, and I could use the local familiarity of the other clients I had to get the other ones because of the pattern. You see how it all started with me just going crazy pitching everybody until I found what niche I could get momentum in. And then once I got momentum, I was like restaurants. Once I had enough leverage with restaurants, I could reference 3 or 4 or 5 case studies. I could now jump to another part of Melbourne and show them that I could do the same for their cuisine in a different location. Okay? What's up, Alicia? So once we did that, and I started having all these different areas, then I had 10 clients. I was like, cool. Now I've got what felt like a legitimate business. I still couldn't pay myself, all right? Because I was charging dirt cheap, and I was paying my brother part-time to do some social media posts. This is pre-ChatGPT, so you had to use your brain for the captions, okay? And what happened was, I was now able to go to adjacent niches, okay? So I might have specialized in Italian or Afghan restaurants, but now I could move to Japanese, or now I could move to Korean, or now I could move to Lebanese, now I could move to Afghan, etc. That's what will get you to 10K a month. So you find out just by spraying who's willing to just hire you for free. And you get 5 or 10 people that will let you work for them for free. Use those as case studies. And then a portion of those 5 or 10, 2 or 3 of them may now pay you because they like your work ethic, they like your hustle. You're probably not even that good yet. They just like that you're hustling. Now you've got a couple $100, couple $1,000, depending on your ticket service, maybe it's a couple tens of thousands of dollars if you're even a high ticket service, right? And then once you do that, you figure out, okay, this is my niche. What niches, where can I find this same quality of client in other parts of my major city who I can cold call or I can meet in person? What's up, Ronald? What's up, Mel? I hope you're well. And then after you do that, you find the adjacent niches. And the adjacent niches is where, usually, especially if you are a service business,